2OU.
Okay, how many of you have ever watched the show Toddlers and Tiaras, or that one show with Honey Boo Boo on it? And how many of you felt kind of disgusted watching it, but you didn't really know why?
I watched it for about 3 minutes with the Honey Boo Boo because my classes kept talking about it. I took a shower. I felt dirty.
Well, there's a reason for all of your disgust. Because child beauty contests harm children.
You go.
One of the main ways that they harm children is that they can cause a lot of psychological problems. These pageants are often really competitive, as shown by that creepy looking picture. So these kids want to win, and that can lead to them thinking that the judges' scores and winning is all that determines what they're worth. A former child beauty star named Brooke Breedwell went on Good Morning America and talked about her experience with child pageants. And she said that they left her with stress, anxiety, and feeling that she needed to be perfect all the time. So feeling like you need to be perfect for other people can lead to awful things like eating disorders, low self-esteem, and even depression in these young kids. Another major problem is that these kids are sexualized during these pageants. The kids are expected to dance or just dress in a sexy way. So, I don't know if any of you have ever seen the movie Pretty Woman.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's Julia Roberts' outfit.
This 3-year-old girl is dressed as a prostitute from Pretty Woman. So these kids are constantly objectified, and that can even lead to the kids thinking of themselves as objects instead of people that deserve to be treated like people. So we should be teaching our kids to be individuals, not objects. This quote says, "It's just a bad idea to put your child on public display." It's a quote from John Ramsey, who is the father of John Benet Ramsey, who was a child beauty queen who was murdered in 1996 at 6 years old. There was actually some evidence that Jean Benet was sexually abused before her murder, and her dad has expressed that he regrets putting her on display so much and that he feels the pageants and the objectification might have had a hand in her murder. Another big problem is that there's no consent for these pageants, and it's usually the parents' idea. These are some examples of age divisions in a pageant, and these kids are really young. Obviously, a 1-year-old kid is not going to know how to say no to something that they don't want to do. And if they do say no, the parents will probably just dismiss it as a tantrum and force them to keep going. One of the reasons that parents will force their kids to keep going is that pageants are insanely expensive, so the parents want their kids to win back most of the cash that they've spent. In addition to all the psychological problems, there are actually some physical problems that can arise. First of all, kids' skin is very sensitive, and when you cake on heavy makeup, that can damage it. It can even lead to kids getting acne way before they should start getting acne. And then hairspray, this is the thing that I didn't know until I started reading all this information. If you use excessive hairspray on kids, there's actually some chemicals that can mess with growth hormones, so that can mess with kids. And then parents often force their kids to use tanning beds way more than is recommended, and that can lead to an increased risk of skin cancer, which no one wants. Now, the next thing on the list is Botox. Yeah, these parents, some of them actually give their children Botox.
Explain so everybody knows what Botox is.
It's injections in your face. It can make your lips look fuller. It's basically like plastic surgery in a form of injections. And that, yeah, like this mom gave her 8-year-old Botox shots for beauty pageants. Then the last thing, go-go juice. This might ring a bell if you watch Honey Boo Boo. It's a mixture of Mountain Dew and Red Bull that supposedly gives energy all day. That wouldn't be healthy for an adult to drink.
I don't even drink that.
Yeah, let alone a toddler.
Oh my God.
So there's a difference between the picture on the left and the picture on the right.
Yeah, about 20 years.
Yes. So the lady on the right is mature enough to make her own decisions, and her pageants are based more on intelligence and personality. So the solution to this problem is to make child beauty pageants based more on personality, smarts, creativity, and other traits that do not have to do with physical appearance. So next time you watch Toddlers and Tiaras, think about the implications that these pageants have on the kids involved in them.